Hello, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing the very requested how I curl my hair video because I've gotten a lot of questions on this channel and my vlog channel how I do kind of the curls that look slightly beachy. I'm not sure if this is anything new, but this is just the way I do it and I like it. It's what I do every day. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So this is what my hair looks like in the morning. Not really like up here because up here is still kind of straight from the day before, but I washed last night the bottoms of it so you can kind of get a feel for the texture of my hair that I have. So on days I don't wash my hair, I will use a dry shampoo. This is the Detox Dry Shampoo by the Dry Bar. So I'll just take this, shake it, and then spray it in the roots. And then I'll just rub it in and kind of tousle the hair a bit so it looks messy. And then it also gives it a little bit of volume at the roots, so that's why I do that. And then after that, I get right into the curling part. I use this like stretchy, not an actual hair tie, but it looks more like a ribbon just because it leaves less of a crease in my hair. So I'll just take it up, take the top half of my hair, and then tie it in a loose little bun. I leave this edge right here so that it's at the front of the hair instead of like in the back where I'm going to be straightening and curling it and stuff. And then I'll split it down the middle. So since my hair in the morning usually is a bit more like crazy at the bottoms, I will take my straightener. This is the Conair something Pro. I've used this for like 3 years now, so the name rubbed off, but I'll take this and kind of just straighten out the parts that are really frizzy. So it looks mostly straight now, but you can see that there's still some waves and some curl to it so that it's not completely straight, so the curls and waves will hold longer. And I just do that to the other side. Alright, so both sides are pretty much how I want them to be. So I will take my curling iron. I'll leave all the links to the tools I used below, but I will use a combination of this and my straightening iron. I'll take a small piece of my hair, probably about this much, not too much, not too little. Take it and then kind of turn it through here. And I don't know if you could tell, but I leave about like an inch of space between each curl so that they're not too close together and the curl isn't too tight. And I just run it through. And then I leave the ends so that the ends aren't super curled and so it's more relaxed. I like to curl the front ones, but then for the most part, I use the straightening iron. So what I'll do with the straightening iron is take roughly the same amount of hair, kind of go through it a couple times, and then take it and make an S shape. And then I'll slowly run it through my hair, and then let it go. So it kind of gives this really loose, beachy type wave. You take it like this, you put it on your hair, then you turn it at an angle, and then slowly drag it through. When I get to like this end right here, I'll let it go and kind of let it go like that. And then so I'll do that for the rest of the hair. I'll kind of take different size pieces, but mostly the same, run it through, and then sometimes I'll curl it even tighter, and sometimes I'll go all the way down to the ends, so some of the ends are a little bit curly, just so that the curls don't lump together. I give it a little bit more texture by having some curls a little bit thinner, some of them a little bit more curly, some of them a little bit more loose, and it looks more relaxed. And then every few strands or so, I will take the curling iron, just again to give the curls a bit more texture, and also because I think it's easier with the curling iron, but you also don't get the same exact effect. So I use the curling iron sparingly and let it go. And then as I'm doing it, I'll kind of like fluff it up a tiny bit. So there's that side. I'll kind of take a few pieces at the very top, thinner pieces than before, and then to add a little bit of texture, curl them a bit tighter. I'll leave it longer in the straightening iron, go down a bit slower. So this one's more curly, and you see that it gives a little bit more curl at the top, just so that it gives a little bit more volume when we let the hair down and we curl the rest. I'll take maybe 2 to 3 strands at the very top and go down slowly. Same S shape as before. And then there's that. See, this one's a bit more curly. I'll take one at the back. And there's that. So then I'll kind of like fluff it. And then I'll take this hairspray. I need to get more of this hairspray. It's by Ouai Hair Care. I'm not sure how to say it, but it's O-U-A-I. Again, I'll leave the links below. And I'll shake it a bit and just spray it on the top and on the bottom. And then it smells good, but it just went up my nose. And then I will do the other side of the hair. How I learned to do this little S shape is when I worked at Nail Art Society. I mentioned this in my other video, but my boss who told me about the soap, she also had like the best hair. So I asked her where she gets her hair cut, and she mentioned this place in LA. Super expensive, but her hairdresser was one of the hairdressers that did Iggy Azalea's hair. So I went and sat where Iggy Azalea sat to get her hair done, and I just felt like, wow, I'm fancy. I'm so fancy. But I asked him how he does beachy loose waves, and this is what he taught me. So he kind of taught me how I do it now every single day. When I'm doing it, the strands from the front I put in the back so I know not to curl them again, and then work my way forward. Sometimes when I'm done doing the S shape, I'll take it out and kind of spin it that way so that when it cools down, it's kind of still in that shape. Then there is that. Once I'm done, I split it back down the middle because this side's already done. And then I'll kind of look at the hair and see which sections need a bit more texture. Again, like on the other side, and I'll take it from the very, very, very top. So once that side is done, I'll take the hairspray again, lightly spray over it in the bottom. I'll just take it and fling it and go like that. Now I'll take the hair down from the top, kind of put it towards the front, and then I'll take this and lightly wrap around the hair I already did, just so that I'm not recurling hairs that have already been curled. I'll take it forward, and then I'll start from like the middle-ish area. I'll take a piece, run it over, and do the same thing. Sometimes if the ends come out weird, I'll run the straightener through the whole strand of hair, then leave it so it comes out like this. Sometimes if the hair is not cooperating the way I want it to when I'm using the straightener, I will go in with a curling iron. And then again, I won't start at the very top, I'll kind of start towards the middle of the strand. It looks like this. And then when I get towards the front of my hair, I'll take it and run it all the way through the whole thing, from top to bottom, straighten out some of the baby hairs. And I'll take it and I'll do it again. I'll just start the curl towards the middle of the strand, not completely at the top. But on the front, I always make sure that like the baby hairs are straightened out, because I have a lot of baby hairs that just like to stick out everywhere. And then I don't want it to be like too flat here, so I will take a few strands, thin strand again, and then start the curl from the very top. Go down slowly and tightly so you get a curlier strand. And for these ones where I'm telling you to go from the very top, taking a thinner strand, instead of just twisting it like this, I twist my arm like even further back. And since this is like the top layer, I take a few more than I would at the bottom layers, just because you see these more. And I'll kind of zhuzh it a bit. For the bangs, I'll take the straightener and kind of put it at this angle and then pull it up and then let go, just so that the bangs aren't completely like flat on my face. And that's what I'm gonna do. And then I'll do the other side. I always start off by like trying to straighten the baby hairs a bit. And then here I'll start from the very back and I'll do the S shape again. So I'm done with this side, going in again, taking little tiny strands. I'll kind of go like this, take out the bottom, and then mess around with it a bit. Straighten the parts that are bothering me, mostly towards like this section. Hard to tell in this little mirror, but this is mainly how I do it. If I have like weird looking strands at the bottom, I'll take the iron and straighten it a bit. It's just up to you how you do it. Like if anything looks funky to you or is bothering you, just fix it. That's about it. Yep, that's how I do my hair. And then I will take more of this hairspray and then kind of like flip my hair this way so it's like voluminous kind of. I go like this, take the bottom, go like this, just spray it all over like a light layer of hairspray. And then after that, I will take this Triple Sec 3-in-1. I don't know what it is actually, but it texturizes, amplifies, and refreshes. Got hairspray in my mouth. And this is also by the Dry Bar. This stuff smells so good. So when I use the Detox dry shampoo, which I'm not a fan of the smell, once I use the Way hairspray, that smells really good, and then this, you can't really even smell the dry shampoo anymore. But I'll just shake it, lift up my hair, spray a little bit. I don't go crazy with this, I just go boop, 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 like that. Oh, it smells good. And that's about it. After a while, the curls will like settle down and it will just like tone itself down a lot. But yep, that's pretty much how I do my hair. Hopefully it turned out okay because it's hard to tell. Usually I do it in front of a bigger mirror. I got a lot of questions on my vlog channel, on this channel, saying how I curl my hair. I don't think it's anything like super special or different. But yeah, this is how I personally do it, and I like it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any video requests, please let me know because I'm always looking for more videos to like put into my calendar. And yep, thank you so much for watching. If you've liked and subscribed and all that, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me, and I will see you next week for my next video.